What's up, survivors? Welcome to D180, the horror movie podcast, taking you on a ride. Thanks for riding with us. I'm AJ.
And I'm Jonne.
And for our second movie in our April themed Toybox Terrors, we're taking a ride on 1987's Dolls. But first, okay, look, check this out. So last week, I can't remember for real if I said this time or if I just said that there was going to be a surprise, but we just decided that we was just going to go ahead and do it now, might as well.
Why not? Minus well.
And this is the thing, this is really huge because it's going to change a lot of things.
This changes everything.
It really does. Okay, thank you for doing that sound effect, so I ain't have to look for it. That's right here. All right, I really don't know how else to drop this.
5 minutes later.
We got a new host. Our duo is now a trio.
We're a throuple.
It's like the Powerpuff Girls. It's like the Powerpuff Girls, and I want to be Bubbles so I can be the prettiest girl at the party.
Oh my God.
Okay, y'all, because y'all like, who is it? Like, y'all not saying nothing. Y'all not saying nothing.
It's Brittany, bitch.
It's me, your favorite succubus and evil villain. And I'm just saying I'm him on Powerpuff Girls because that motherfucker was fabulous.
You know what? If I could have been one of the villains, though, well, since you took him, I don't know, because I don't want to be Mojo Jojo. He be getting his ass whooped. And Fuzzy Lumpkins be getting his ass whooped, too.
Nobody should be Mojo Jojo. They was fucking Mojo Jojo up every time they seen that motherfucker. Like, when he at the grocery store one time, they just came and whooped his ass and flew off or something.
It was just anywhere.
Fucking up.
Yeah, just anywhere. But back to the subject, Brittany, we are more than excited to have you joining us on the show. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Since she's new around these parts, you might as well think of this as your training. Boot up. No, I'm just playing. I'll never forget the first time I heard somebody say boot up ho to me. I was like, boot up ho. And then I realized it was fighting words. I was like, oh shit, okay, we squatting up. See, we say squat, we don't say boot up. Oh damn. All right. Before I throw it over to Brittany, though, this movie that we're talking about, Dolls 1987, is currently streaming on Tubi and Pluto. And without further ado, first of all, rewind, because I just knew it was on Netflix. And I went to Netflix just thinking I was about to pull it up. It was not there. They said snatch, snatch. I said, damn, this was always on Netflix. It was just always there. No, it's not there. But without further ado, let's go right ahead and get into
Park recommendations.
For today's park recommendations, my first one, okay, check this out. Y'all know I'm corny as hell, right? So here's the thing. I knew we was doing Dolls. I'm just scrolling on Tubi, right? And y'all know Tubi is just notorious for having these super low budget movies that you just know it's just somebody's homeboy picked up the camera and was like, let's do this. Anyway, there's a movie. It came out in 2019. It's called Dolls. It's low budget as hell. I don't even really know what happened in the movie, to be very honest with you. But just because it's called Dolls, and sometimes you just gotta watch some off the wall. It was giving me Carousel vibes that we did with Dank and Deadly. It was giving me those vibes, but Carousel was a step better than this. I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it because like I said, I forgot at this point what even happened in the damn movie. But it wasn't like the Dolls was it was an in-between of the Dolls being a haunting presence and them actually moving. But when they was moving, it was just I'll just let y'all find out for yourself. My next one is Dolly Dearest that came out in 1991, I believe. I haven't seen this movie, but I always see this doll everywhere. And I don't know what Lil Mama is mad about. That doll is mad. And I really want to see this movie because I just feel like it's a ride. But also I picked this one because I noticed that this doll, I guess it uses stop animation like the dolls in the movie we're about to talk about in a little bit. Brittany, what about you?
Okay, so for mine, just to keep on theme with the heart of a child, I chose 2006 Silent Hill. I'm sorry, y'all, I had to.
Now, wait a minute.
What? It is.
To explain to
It
me.
is the heart of a child.
Explain to me.
So everybody in that town in Silent Hill was getting fucked up because of Alessa, because they fucked over her. So everything that happened was her dream world, and they were being punished, which is essentially what was happening in the movie by the elderly couple.
Pretty much.
They were punishing people for. So it's the same theme, just more graphic.
A lot more graphic.
More
a lot more.
A lot more violence. But really, it's still on brand.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I see it. I see it now. I see the vision. Survivors, if you have any park recommendations that fits today's ride, let us know on our Twitter. Now, hold up. Last week, because we had the horror bandwagon. If y'all missed out, y'all need to go back because it was such a good time having them with us. But y'all usually know that on the first episode of the month, we usually give y'all a little background of the theme that we're going in, a little deep dive. And we didn't get to do that because we was just like, it's going to be alive. So we're going to do it now. But I figured, like Jonne said, it's training day. So, Miss Brittany, I'm going to let you take over, girl.
Okay, y'all. Y'all ready? So y'all, just in case y'all don't know, the creepiness of dolls kind of melts down to you really don't know what the fuck going on with them. And you like, what the fuck you mean? And I'm like, all right, listen. So they look like people. So they just staring at you and they got faces that smile at you. And you try to like make faces make sense. But those faces don't make sense. So your body automatically goes in that fight or flight mode. But you don't know what to do. You should probably just run. But that's what they really come for. And it's a whole little fear of dolls. But it's not actually a fear of dolls. It's a fear of humanoid figures. And something like pediophobia or something like that. I could probably be saying that wrong.
I think it's pediophobia. Because I think we say, when we say pedophile, some people say pediophile. So I don't think it's wrong. Yeah. Because pedio is like Latin for child or something like that. I could be wrong about that too. It's like pedio. Yeah. So just like that.
Boom. Got a word right. So dolls weren't really shown as active participants in murder until like the 20th century or something like that, and that was thanks to the movie industry. And I think they were shown in like 1896, 97, something around that range, as a murdering doll in a book. But in like 1936, the film The Devil, they were actually like little shrunken doll-sized people that were used to enact revenge, and those were the first like killer evil dolls. The first doll was The Great Gobbo. I forgot what year that movie came
in 1929. The doll Otto.
In 1929. But he wasn't evil, which was like, you count him because he was in movies, but then you don't count him because he wasn't trying to kill nobody. And then you also get in 1963 the Twilight Zone's introduction of Talkie Tina, which was made after Chatty Cathy, which I think was that doll that was also in Toy Story 4, which is why she was so creepy. That same little thing right there.
I still ain't watched that movie.
Subgenre, you kind of get.
Why?
Oh, that dog creepy as fuck.
I don't know. Toy Story 4 just kind of like, because it came out when Child's Play came out, the remake, right? And I had to make a choice because I wasn't about to see both of them. And I saw Child's Play, but then I just think like, because that was like quarantine. Yeah, I just think like the summer just started summering, and I just never came back around to see Toy Story 4 and Forky and Bo Peep and all the shit. Yeah, I just passed the bat, and that was okay. I get to it, even though I don't know how I haven't had it spoiled for me yet, but I get to it.
I just saw that movie this year, so I can't talk. I just watched it because Jose was making me watch Toy Story 3 as a form of emotional abuse. I'm gonna call it that because I always cry. I don't know how many times I've seen that movie, but I always cry at that one scene. I ain't gonna spoil it for nobody if you ain't seen it, but you know what I'm talking about. Be fucking balling.
It's terrible. But I want to go back to one thing you were talking about earlier. So when it comes to dolls and horror, you can kind of break this up, right? You have dolls, which majority of our movies that we're covering this month have a doll, or you can break it up into actual toys. And the thing about it is, even with the dolls, you could break that up because you got dolls like Chucky who talk, who come after you, like da 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 da. And then you got dolls like Annabelle who don't move, or dolls like Billy from Dead Silence, or I feel like I can name another one that don't Brahms that don't exactly move, but when you're walking past them, you're just like, it ain't something right about this doll. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And I also got it down to you can either get them through possession, ventriloquism, or reanimation. So those is kind of them three that you get these dolls that's how they start gaining life.
Or like one of my favorite doll movies that everybody's getting tired of me talking about, Pinocchio's Revenge. It really could be, and I'm not gonna spoil it. Watch the damn movie so we can talk. I'm gonna force it into season 3 so we can finally talk about it because I'm tired of not being able to talk about it because y'all need to watch it. I don't care if we gotta watch it on YouTube. I don't care. I will buy it and make you all watch it. That's how cheap it is. I will buy it and make you all watch it. Okay. All right. Let me stop ranting about this wooden doll because it's really not that. Y'all go see the movie and y'all gonna be like, girl,
I can see
all
that.
this. Like, no, I just feel like y'all gonna do it because I really feel like it's an interesting movie and y'all just gonna be like, girl.
Child. Anyways.
All right.
I have no comment because.
Well, comment on this.
I ain't seen it either.
It's nobody's seen that movie. It's fine. Since you don't got nothing to comment on, I guess you can't comment on this either because clearly this is your first watch. Right?
Yes. And I got mad.
I tried it.
I got
Why you
mad
mad?
because during the as I was watching the opening credits, and I see all of these porcelain dolls. And Ashley is fucked up because I have showed her a picture of a porcelain doll that I have.
I knew damn well it was okay. Time out.
And
real
that she was
quick.
trying to traumatize me. And not to mention, in my house right now, my Nana, I've learned how to crochet from my Nana. My Nana and my great grandmother, they used to make crochet dolls, but they would have porcelain doll head and porcelain doll hands, but everything else was crocheted. And I'm looking at this bitch right now, just sitting here. So I don't know what it is between the clowns and now the porcelain dolls. She's just trying to like send me back to therapy.
I'm so sorry because as soon as it started, I said, Jonne grandma got a oh. And then later on in the movie, something else happened, and I was like, ooh, there's a meme in this somewhere. And I know exactly what I'm going to use. I'm not going to tell y'all when it happens, it's all going to make sense. But I don't even know if you caught it, though. But if you did, we'll talk about it. But you ain't getting hyped, so you probably didn't. But I'll point it out later.
I was just like, I'm going to kill her.
I'm done with her.
I can't say nothing. The only reason I saw this movie was because of y'all. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it because I don't even think I saw it on Netflix before.
So I saw this movie for the first time a couple years ago. I wasn't like baby young. I was like, I know I had to be like over 25 when I had finally seen this. But here's the thing. I'd always known about this movie solely because of the cover. And it's so cliche to say because I feel like everybody's experience with this movie is like that. Like they didn't see the movie, but they seen the cover with the little doll baby holding its eyes. Like I remember being in Blockbuster and just seeing that and just being like, what the fuck is that? I don't want to watch that shit. Like, just like I said with Chucky, like I just knew Chucky was just gonna come beating down my block and just come get me. Okay. I just, no, it's not gonna happen. But I didn't see it until I was a lot older. I don't know if I could have handled this as a child, because I mean it's rated R, and it's not like they're aiming this movie at children. It's like made for adults, but
I didn't really see anything that was too bad besides the language.
right. Yeah, that's why I was okay. Let me ask you guys this question, because I was debating when I was watching this. If I showed this to my kids, none of us have kids, but like if we showed this to some younger kids, what age would you show this movie? Because it's like, yeah, it's rated R, but this is like an 80s R. And I mean, we've seen a lot worse.
Maybe middle school.
I was thinking like if it was a bunch of 8th graders, I'd be like, yeah, y'all can watch that. That's fine.
I'm gonna say middle school.
Would I show some 10-year-old this? Maybe.
It depends on the 10-year-old.
That's what I'm like, it depends.
Some of these 10-year-olds be advanced.
Because I seen Carrie before I was 10. And I clearly seen Halloween too, but I was half watching that. But I had seen a lot of stuff by the time I was 10. Well, but like you said, it depends on the kid.
Well, see, the reason why I said middle school is because when I was in middle school, I was between the ages of 11 and 13. Because I was 7.
I agree with that age. I feel like that's like this type of movie. I agree with that age. But I'm like, I also feel like I was seeing things younger.
Girl, I don't remember.
I wouldn't show somebody younger than middle school age this movie. Like,
I remember watching Halloween, though, in elementary school, because that was one of the movies that would be on at the babysitter house. She had it on VHS. Or was it Betamax? Girl, she had Betamax, and I was confused as to what the fuck that was.
Right.
So I would think what they were talking about might get you with the younger ones, because they kept hitting it like, old buddy in the... Was he a sex fiend? When she asked, was he a sex fiend?
Yeah, and like a sex trafficking of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, then about the accusation of pedophilia. So yeah, that's when you want to keep them old enough, because they gonna ask you what it means, unless they're not paying attention.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, because sometimes when we watch movies, we do this all the time. We'll go back and watch movies from our childhood, and we be like, dang, that went right over my head, because you don't be paying attention to the dialogue most of the time when you're that age. You just looking at everything else that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times when we seen these horror movies when we were younger and we go back and watch them, we'd be like, oh, it was a story. People just wasn't getting stabbed out here. So like I said, I think it really just solely depends. But I was just curious. It seems like we all around the same page with middle school, but...
Okay, so this film was directed by Stuart Gordon, and this was actually his 3rd film. It was after The Reanimator and From Beyond. He has a lot of fans from those movies. Obviously.
I like Reanimator.
It was written
Have you seen it? I know Jonne hasn't seen it. You haven't seen Reanimator? It's so good.
Actually, I haven't.
It's so good.
This film got a lot of shit from fans of Reanimator, actually, because they had expectations that it was going to fit the mold of those two from the gore level, and it didn't have that. So it wasn't.
I mean, they were. They have a cut where there's more gore. Even one of the kills like has an intestine spill, but they seen it as like, this a lot. Let's just take it out. So I mean, it was gonna be there, but they just decided not to. I still want to see it, but
I do too. They said it didn't fit, but they should have gave that shit to us. And then it was written by Ed Naha. I hope I said your name right. I hope I did. And then produced by Brian Usna. And I think they had a $2 million budget, and Empire Pictures out in Italy produced
Did you know?
Yeah.
So this one being produced by Charles Band and Brian Usna. Those three, Gordon, Band, and Usna, they work together a lot. Like I think, and I might be wrong. So people out there, people at home, let me know. I want to say they worked on Reanimator and Beyond, because I want to say what happened was Chris Band, not Chris. His name is Charles. Charles Band, what he would do, he would like come up with a title, the artwork, and then be like, I want this. So with this movie, like he had the artwork of the little baby doll with the eyes. He was like, can you make a movie with this? He went to Brian, like, do this. And he was like, well, can I like put more than one doll in it. The script was already written. Like Ed and I had already wrote it. And he was like, well, can I have more than one doll in it? He was like, I mean, yeah, this, you got to do something with this in it. And that's why we get that one scene of this doing this. But do you recognize Brian Usner's name, Brittany? Probably not. I don't know if he was around when that happened. Do you recall that movie Society?
Motherfucker.
Why?
I can't wait till I gotta watch that movie. I cannot wait to see. She is gonna be so fucking pissed at me. She might just leave.
John ain't gonna cuss you. Slap the fuck out.
Slap.
I'm gonna endorse the behavior. I'm be in the back ad-libbing like a motherfucker.
Petition to
Meanwhile,
put
I'm
Society
sitting
in
here
season 3.
confused.
Confused as hell. Don't look up shit. Don't look up shit.
No, Johnny, don't look up not a goddamn thing. I went into the Society blind, didn't know shit. And you know what? I wish I would have waited. I wish I would have waited, stayed the same fucking
Can I
way.
get a category?
That shit was terrible.
No.
No, I'm not telling you. I mean, I know the category. You just don't need to know. You just need to go in and see how it makes you feel.
Petition to get Society on season 3. She gonna cuss me out. She gonna cuss me straight the fuck out. Okay. Enough with the funnies. But yes, Brian Usner did Society. So, yeah.
Motherfuck. Shit.
I trust no one.
I'm sorry.
You should not with that movie. I'm telling you, honestly, you shouldn't trust shit.
I don't know. She already losing my trust because of this damn movie.
It's payback for that April Fool's joke that I still don't know is a fucking joke or not. So terrible.
But is that really fair? Because this theme was put into place months ago. Exactly.
Is this really fair? Because this April Fool's joke was just pulled out of your ass. And I really don't know if you pulled it out of your ass or not.
Okay, so for the cast, we got Ian Patrick Williams, and he's playing David Bauer. That's their daddy. And I believe he a part of the road crew that ride with Stuart Gordon and them. So he be doing the Reanimator and From Beyond and everything. Carolyn Purdy Gordon as Rosemary Bauer. And she does Reanimator and From Beyond. And she's also the wife of Stuart Gordon. We have Carrie Lorianne as Judy Bauer. And she's from Poltergeist 2. But unfortunately, she retired from acting. Mostly because she was traumatized by the giant teddy bear.
Aww.
But she ended up transitioning careers and became a criminal defense lawyer. Yes, they traumatized that poor baby. And it got to the point where they had to show her that somebody was coming out. Like when they were going into the teddy bear suit, because it just fucked her up. And then the crew was making fun of her.
That is so
they made it worse. But yeah. So doing the whole movie kind of just made it worse. So she gave up acting. She retired. She did not come back. We got Guy Ralph is Gabriel Hartwick, and we kind of know him from Puppet Master, and he's Andren Tulin. And I think he was in three on, so he's in all the later ones. We got Bunny Bailey as Isabel.
Yo, do y'all know? Okay, I don't know if like y'all be like into music videos. Y'all know how we was when we was growing up, but y'all know that one song, that Take On Me video, and it's like the video's like white and black. Yeah, you seen that video?
Take on me.
I don't remember if I've seen the video, but that's my jam.
She in the video. She the lead girl in the video.
Yep. She was dating the one of the band members, but she was in a lot of their videos. But that's how she's most known. She's not really an actress like that, but she's known from AHA videos and somebody else. And we got Cassie Stewart as Enid and Stephen Lee as Ralph Morris.
This little cast, I got a few things to say, but I'm gonna wait till we get into our little review. But without further ado, I think this is our stop right here. So let's go ahead and get into the queue line.
Step in line. Your number is near. Follow the signs. Your time is here.
Y'all ready to play which scary doll matches your personality?
I wonder like which ones are all on here because I just want to know.
Well,
I'm
we
gonna
know
get
Chucky's on here.
right, okay? And better be.
I can go ahead and confirm his ass is on there. So, all right. Pick a creepy setting. So, I mean, we got what looks like an abandoned hospital, maybe some place where kids used to play. So, like a classroom. It's fucked up looking. We got a living room with a nice couch. You shouldn't probably sit on it because you might die. But I mean, that's on you. And this might be a bedroom with a nice window. But you probably gonna die as soon as you sit in the chair or on the bed.
I'm gonna go with the living room. It got light.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the living room because if is that a kitchen in the bottom? Yeah, no. It's a chance that there can be like rodents up in there. Cause no, so the living room is more of an open space, and it don't look like it's a lot of shit popping off in there. So
Yeah, I don't learn my lesson from Hell House, so I'm not just going in random bedrooms, even if I do see a window. So I'm gonna choose the living room. All right, question 2. Pick a doll. So you got a bunch of doll heads, a little creepy looking. You got a doll that's kind of cracked up, but she look all right. You got a doll that look like if she bites you, you gonna lose a chunk. And then another one with some big ass eyes, but a little fucked up yellow bow.
I want to go with the first one because it kind of gives me Jake vibes from the Chucky series because you know he would collect doll pieces and like make bigger doll pieces. So I'm gonna go with that one. You don't like none of them. And Jonne is making faces.
I'm gonna go with the one that's kind of cracked because you know she's still holding it together. If you just maybe clean up a little bit, she be alright. Because that one with the big ass eyes, I just can't trust that bitch. The crack one, she been through some shit. She alright with me.
I'll go with the one on the bottom right.
You would pick the creepiest looking one.
No, the one that's creepy is the one that got the eyes that move. The ones that shut, that's creepy.
Like this.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Alright, so the next one. Pick a creepy photo. You got somebody who's holding on for dear life at an ocean scene. They really holding on, but it don't seem like they got much longer. Then you got another person standing out in some fog. It's a little grayscale. Then you got a bunch of empty beds with some paper on the ground. Then you got a nice garden landscaping with skulls around.
With the fog.
Okay, here's my thing, because hell to the no. That first picture, we don't know who dangling. It could be a whole creature that really do got the ups on that ass and they can pull themselves up and fuck us all up. No. The second picture is giving the ring. No. That third picture, I've seen grave encounters. No. That fourth picture, I'm gonna hang out in there because I don't necessarily, okay, I know that these are the heads of people, but this can also be like some type of protection shit I don't know about, but also is out in the open. So I feel like it's just easier for me to maneuver. It don't give me much of the heebie-jeebies and danger warning as all these other ones. Ooh, sounds like the ride broke down. I am so sorry, survivors. I don't know what the hell happened, but you saw stuff was getting weird, and this ride is just not ready for you guys. So we just gonna do something a little different. Just bear with us a little bit.
The trailer is expected. I didn't really have much to say about the trailer. I mean, it is what it is. I didn't like it, but what else is new?
So yeah, the trailer was super standard. I also don't know if this is like the official trailer or did like because I know I pulled this from. I don't know if their name is Screen Factory, Shout Factory. They're never going to sponsor us ever. I don't even think they do that. But if they did, I don't think they ever would because I can never remember their fucking name. But that's where I pulled it from. And I'm like, I don't know if they like cut this together or if that was the actual one. But I'm pretty sure that's the actual one. But I'm just like.
You reminded me of those fan made, when you used to watch anime
And edits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do agree with Jonne. It is pretty simple. But if you like doll horror, then you'll be like, why not?
It made them old people look extra fucking creepy. And I liked them. There was nothing wrong with the old people.
Oh
well, see, God. Okay, so when you watch the trailer, you got like, it's a haunted house, older people, creepy dolls, thunderstorm. What else do you need? Like, right there, that's all you need.
That's about it. Folks dying. There's old people that have something to do with it. And there's dogs that are doing it. That's all you really need.
Let's just get into, before we do our untraditional style, let's get into this opening scene super, super quick.
First of all, I did not understand why the hell the opening credits were 2 minutes and 30 seconds. What the fuck? I did not need to see doll heads floating in space for 2 whole minutes.
Why? Rosemary is just something else. I know we're gonna like talk about her a little later, but this girl is something else. Just driving the whip, about to run over these hitchhikers. Rude as fuck. Just, do you want me to go back and try again? When homeboy said something about hitting the 2 hitchhikers.
No, we fine. Rosemary was on this shit. Rosemary was ready to fucking go. And she was literally, wasn't no beep, beep, nothing. She was literally like on her ludicrous shit. Move, bitch, get out the way. She was riding the whip, talking about you want me to go back. I'm like, oh.
And so they end up getting stuck, right? Still, Rosemary just on that good bullshit. So you want me to get out and push the car? Like, what do you want me to do? Whole time, they have the cutest little girl named Judith in the back seat. And Judith, I don't know about y'all, but when I was little and my family would take me like on road trips, usually we would either drive from Indiana, Mississippi or Indiana to Florida. And girl, I used to be deep in the back seat with my dolls. I always had a favorite. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I always had like a favorite doll that I would like latch on to at the time, maybe like my flavor of the week. But no, we was riding deep in that back seat. But that's what I was thinking of when I seen her sitting in the back seat.
You know what? I think they wanted too much for Rosemary because she can't buy the whip and get it out the fucking mud. That's not how that works.
I mean, as women, they want us to do every motherfucking thing.
And you fucking
still look good.
No. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, nigga, get your ass up and push this car. Because then she say something. She was like, they were supposed to fly or something. I don't know. I don't remember. She said something that she was pissed that they was driving anyway to Monte Carlo.
Hell, it might have been because he had to pay. Well, they had to pay child support.
She's just like, first of all, nigga, you spending my money. You got this little girl in the back. That's why she got so much heat for Judith in the first place.
Hell, I would too. You taking money out my pocket. Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm like, you can't have smoke with the baby. It's not the baby fault.
And then Judith and Rosemary, their little interactions was getting me too. When they were in the car and Rosemary was like, Judith. And then Judith said, Rosemary. And then, that's Mama Rosemary. You're not my mother. Thank God. Like, that was a funny exchange.
But you know what? I'm not cut out for kids. And I mean, literally every time I end up talking about something to do with kids, I literally just circle back to
Sweet Baby Angel from Train to Busan.
You know what? You're right. Because I never talked about swallowing when it was come to her. But everybody else, I'm literally all for it. So,
but Judah didn't. That's not Judah. That's Judah Daddy fault. Judah Daddy shouldn't have arranged to have Judy when he knew he was going to go on a vacay if he didn't want that child around. It's upsetting me and my homegirls that he didn't think about this.
First of all, Judy is problematic in and of herself because her and Teddy and her, if you can't handle the heat, you get the fuck out the kitchen. And if your imagination run away from you that fucking much and you don't like what Teddy do,
what's SpongeBob saying? Imagination. I'm with her because I swear to God, I used to be just like that. Like I used to just, especially when my older sisters used to fuck with me, I used to really be in my head thinking some wild shit was gonna happen. Even now, that's why I love horror movies, because I mentioned this a few episodes back. Like if something really does bother me, it was the It episode, the part when Ben is down in the basement and the headless little boy comes down the stairs. I was imagining that shit was gonna come around the corner for weeks. So in my head, this whole imagination station we got going on, I am loving it. Go off, Judith.
Ain't nothing wrong with the imagination station. My problem was if you're gonna be imaginative and you're gonna use your imagination, listen to me. Use it. Don't be fucking scared now that the motherfucking teddy bear coming and take a knock out of people. No, man.
He was like, Teddy. He was like,
She all upset talking about no. Shut the fuck up. Teddy needs to eat them, all right? Teddy need a little snacky snack. And you dreamt this shit up, so why the fuck is you upset?
Right.
That's what got me with her. Every time she thinks it was her imagination, she want to whine and cry. That's my problem. Motherfuckers don't want to commit. It is commitment. People got commitment issues.
In regards to Teddy and that whole daydream, okay? I am glad that Teddy turning into a werewolf was just a daydream, because where were they going to go from there? Like, where else could they go? That would have been a whole different situation, okay?
No, I mean, Jonne, you do have a point. That's why they couldn't commit, because where was they going to go from there if the bear really did come alive and eat them?
It could have been a dream still, but she had to cry about it. She could have been glad. Clearly they don't appreciate her. So
that's the commitment you talking about. You ain't talking about committed to the death.
No, she just should have been committed to the act. If you're gonna be a killer, be a killer.
Oh my God.
So,
oh Jesus.
At this point, David sees a house over yonder. It belongs to the Hartwicks, Gabriel, and Hillary. So now what we're gonna do, y'all, we're just gonna talk about the characters, all that shit. We wrote, the ride's broke. We just walking around this bitch. Ain't nothing else to do. So might as well just give me y'all a little tour with your tour guys. Let's talk about David and Rosemary. I know we was talking about them, but we might as well finish them off right here. First of all, y'all need to be grateful, because if it wasn't for Judah, the Hardwicks would have murked y'all for breaking and entering.
They act like they ain't fucking understand.
Nothing.
They were so confused.
Rosemary was worried about her set.
I was confused. I am confusion. She even acknowledged it was breaking and entering, and then they still went in the fucking house, and then they gonna hide the child. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with you? The child is the key.
Yeah. And then it makes it even worse when they're like, oh, Judith, you don't have a toy. Like every little girl should have a toy. And Judith was about to snitch on their ass and be like, well, this bitch made me throw it out. But, they made her shut up and lie. And I was just like, y'all, and see, I guess it's the dad for me. Because usually in these stories, like it's usually just the evil stepmom. But it's both of y'all the snakes in the grass. Like, I just cannot believe the dad, one, would let Rosemary talk to her like that, but two, participate in it.
Throughout this whole entire movie, the husband cracked me up with his little things that he had to say. He had the nerve to want a Rolls Royce versus whatever the hell they were currently driving.
I actually enjoyed that they did it, because most of the time that's what really be happening. They be complicit as fuck when the shit's happening. They see it, except the door be closed and they be endorsing the shit. But this time they wanted front and center. Like, this nigga is A-okay with how they treating her. He is fine with it. But that's because she money bags. She got all the fucking money. He ain't gonna get nothing if he act funny, so he knows what to do.
And another bone to pick about the daddy. He wanted to backhand his child. Sir, what? Why are you gonna backhand your own child? Like, you doing too much.
Oh yeah, he was about to pop her in that room, and Rosemary was like, no, the child support.
First of all, I would have whooped his ass and hers.
Which one? Wait, like as Judith?
No, it's the mama, the one that was gone in whatever fucking town, state, wherever the fuck that mama at.
They
would have made sure to come.
They are so lucky this movie was in the 80s and this little baby did not have a phone.
It's like she didn't need a phone. My mama's senses would have been tingling. Because first of all, I don't fucked up and accidentally had a child. We got a soul tie. I know what the fuck's happening with this bitch.
It's not
every
like
second.
G Herbo, Tiana, and Ari and little baby yo son. This ain't like that,
Bruh.
Like, no.
We got a soul tie because I didn't want this motherfucker to begin with. So since you here, I know everything. I had a fucking flu there. My spirit would have been there immediately. What the fuck is it when your soul leaves your body?
Astro projecting.
Hell yeah, my soul would have been right there looking like, what the fuck you think you doing, bitch?
Not the mama in Hereditary.
Been right out there looking.
Hey yo, that would have had them really fucked up because the dolls is already fucking with them. And then you just see like human, like what the fuck? What is happening in this?
Oh my god.
You got me in the middle of fucking nowhere, this country ass shit. Well, it ain't country at all, but like this old Victorian evil shit. I don't know what to call it. Oh my god.
Yes.
So out of these two, Rosemary gets hers first. Sis, girl, why the fuck? Okay, let's talk. When she ran to jump over the dolls, what was the end goal? Because I swear to God, there was nowhere else for her to go. I don't know if there was like something off to the right and it was just dark and I couldn't see. She could have went around the corner. But I'm like, why would you jump?
I guess she thought she could make it. I really don't know.
I mean, it says like it's a over in the like movie description, like blah, 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 blah. It says like she overleaped and that's what causes her to go out the window. But it's like, if there's a dead end, and like I said, I stand to be corrected because I think Jonne said like there was something off to the right, but we don't recall. What was your end goal? Like,
but I mean, really and truly, if you getting your foot sawed the fuck off by dolls, I guess you're not supposed to act rationally any fucking ways. I would have jumped. No, I'm just playing because I'm a child at heart. We would have been fine. I'd have gave them some cookies. Me and the anti-Qs would have been straight.
Not the anti-Qs.
Bruh, she blew me by saying anti-Qs the whole entire movie. Like, what?
We gotta come back to that. In this movie, a lot of it is suspending your belief, right? And that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. How the fuck? Who put Rosemary's body back in the bed? Was it the old people or was it the dolls? Like, like who did that?
Did y'all notice that when the father actually found stepmama, it was like blood. The blood on the sheet was in the shape of a face. That was kind of cool.
Oof. First of all, you just feeling all up on the body. Don't even like you didn't see none of that.
No, it was still warm. She was freshly dead, so I'm sure she still had a little warmth going on. Probably I mean, she smells a little funky because he kept sniffing. But I mean, I guess he just didn't really put two and two together. She was out
in the rain, so.
I mean, that's between them. He just kept going instead of pulling the cover back. He could have asked her because her hair could have been wrapped up a little too long. And he should have been like, do you need to let it air out or something? Because you don't have your hair up the whole ride.
That turban was nice, though.
That bitch held on through death.
Oh, my God. The stepmama, when she pulled back the covers, her feet was given, take my strong hand. Like, girl, your toes. What the hell was going on?
I think that bitch was good.
So speaking of David, he meets his demise when he decides he want to go one-on-one with the punch though. I'm just like, sir. Out of all the things you've seen tonight, you decide that you still want to have smoke with Judy and her imagination. You fighting the wrong battles right now.
Now, Mr. Punch, creepy as fuck. But I was down for when he was protecting Judy and Ralph, okay? But whole time, the father turned it into the new Mr. Punch was creepy as fuck. Like that whole transition, made my skin crawl.
First of all, he was dumb as fuck. Because I'm not about to fight no goddamn doll.
I'm not.
The first time the doll does a little shake and move on my ass and bobs with it.
No, y'all. Brittany just... I wish y'all could have seen this little move Brittany just did. It was like the bankhead bounce, but she was also like Layla Ali. That was funny as hell.
So as soon as the doll hits me with this and goes down with it, fuck that shit. I'm literally time out.
Oscar, stick and move.
Time out, y'all. Hold on. Let's talk about this. Fuck this. Put it down. We need to talk. We need to talk. What did I do wrong? How can I fix this? Because clearly I am the problem.
Stop fucking being a dick to Judy and be a good daddy. Like, but it's too late for that now. It's past.
It wasn't too late. It wasn't. He still had redemption time.
No.
Look, Mr. Hartwig said that they had a time to, get right, or they had to be a little part of the cycle and shit. Mm-hmm. He should have just got right. All right. He should have got right. I would have. Clearly it's me. I'm sorry. I apologize. And fuck it, I mean it in the truest sense. I am a sorry individual.
This is extra funny because you never admit that it's you. Never.
It gotta be me. I'm telling you, if a dog hit, if a dog literally, but how would you look at a little person?
Well, first of all, I'm not gonna be in this situation. Out of the three of us, I'm the safest fucker in here. I'm the most childish.
I could beg to differ. I feel like I'm up there. I still take stuffed animals with me on trips.
Are you not a succubus?
What did I do with anything? Just because I like to suck. I mean, just because I.
Oh my God.
All right.
That ain't got nothing to do with that. Nothing. I'm still a child at heart. I'm just a little nasty.
Oh, child.
You set me up.
I did. I do like the transformation scene when David does turn into the punch doll. Like the effects in this movie, just overall, I know we're going to talk about it a little later, are really, really good. Oh, let's go ahead. Let's talk, because we haven't brought him up at all. Let's talk about Ralph. That's like the heart of this movie. While we're talking about being childish adults, like he really serves as the man child of this movie.
Poor Ralph. Sweet Ralph was thinking that he was picking up prostitutes because of the way they were dressed. Now that was funny. Did y'all notice that Ralph, at one point, when they were all accusing him, he only had blood on his fingertips. And then once the father called him a pervert, his whole hand was covered with blood. Like, what in the world?
I was so glad they didn't do what I thought they was going to do with Ralph. Because, it could have went one or two ways. He could have been a child at heart. Or he could have been the unspeakable. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to say it. And I'm glad they didn't go there.
Yeah.
I'd be so tired.
It's Michael Jackson or the producer. And we all know the producer. If you ain't been here for that inside joke, you're going to have to go back some episodes. I don't even know where to tell you to go. But just, if you don't know what producer we talking about, just, anyway. Yeah, like I said, like Ralph to me is like Michael Jackson. He's just literally a kid at heart and just wants to relive the good golden days when shit was sweet and you didn't have to worry about nothing.
Also, Enid is annoying as fuck. If you so worried that Ralph did something to you, why wouldn't you go and find her?
You know what, Jonne? I do agree with you because I just think Enid is a bad friend. I know we ain't talking about them yet, but it's just like, sis, you really could have just, if one of y'all was missing and we in an Airbnb, I'm not going by myself, but I'm looking for y'all.
We shouldn't be in an Airbnb if I'm with y'all. It depends how many folks we is. I'm not. Yeah. That's a
well, I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to think, like, when else would we be in a mansion unless we was at a mansion party?
You're right. I mean, that's the only way we a party. But if I'm in an Airbnb and I'm missing, come find me. Something's wrong. Because first of all, I'm not leaving out of
somebody. First of all, I'm not wandering. I'm gonna be like, if I gotta go to the bathroom, like, where's the closest one that's near all of us? Because I ain't about to walk all the way upstairs and around no corners.
You're gonna see my ass hopping. I'm literally gonna hop up and down and wave my hands so you know I'm going somewhere. I'm gonna point literally like to the left so you know I'm going that way. Walk off.
I was about to say we would be like get on FaceTime, but that would be even scarier if you seen that shit happen on FaceTime. You'd be like, oh my God.
We're not finna be no found footage film.
Right, like this host or something.
Fucking phone fall to the side and all you see.
You just see my body just I don't know what that sound effect was.
And then a dog, you just see the dog going like this.
Right. Not the stick and move. I'm gonna call it the stick and move. Stick, move. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, back to Ralph. I just think he really is into his role. Like if You know, I can see how somebody would be like, no, this is very overacted. Da, 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 da. No, I think it's just right because you have to be able to sell this the right way for this to work. And I think he completely does, especially in the scenes that he has with little baby Judy.
It was so wholesome. You know, it was so wholesome also with Ralph. The little scene that you like.
And see, Ralph better be glad that Judith saved his ass because he almost got. He wanted to be rude as fuck and act like an actual adult instead of the kid at heart that he really is. And he was about to fuck up the money.
But also I want to add that clown that he was so nice with that he gave him some imaginary cookies when that storm was going down.
Mm-hmm.
The clown was a bitch. And I'm sorry because he could have saved that ass because he knew he was a child at heart and he didn't come save him when them other toys was whooping that ass. He almost died.
He was just so standby, like just.
I ain't gonna say shit. I'm gonna sit here and watch you get your ass beat, and you offer me imaginary cookies,
Right? Okay.
which means first of all he can't bake because them wasn't good cookies. Not
Or,
even imagination.
The dog really could just be loyal to the set. Like, I'll take your cookies. But
no, they purpose is to find out whether you wholesome and a kid at heart.
well, they was trying to find it out. He couldn't interfere while they was finding out. He was like, y'all not I know my place.
That nigga's a character witness. He was supposed to be in the He was supposed to be sticking his fuck up.
They was just like, I'm not on the e-board of this.
The nigga was supposed to, whatever the fuck it is, flag on the play. Like, hold on, wait, stop whooping that nigga ass. I got important evidence.
He gave me cookies, imaginary.
He knew about imaginary cookies. He talked to me. But no, he ain't say shit. He just left him in the damn closet getting his ass beat. He was probably up in the rafters laughing.
Okay, let's wrap up our characters by getting into Enid and Isabel. These two girls, first of all, outfits, I love it. So like I was saying earlier, how Bunty Bailey as Isabel was giving me Jules from Euphoria. But the outfits, the looks, the Madonna belt that Enid
Bitch,
wears.
I'm Madonna. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
But so they're hitchhikers. When we first meet them, first of all, they just busting up in people's houses. Like those two and Ralph, because Ralph had picked them up after Rosemary almost like ran them over. They're the ones we see in the beginning. Y'all just busting up in niggas' houses and eating their food.
Yes.
Y'all ain't got no
Yes,
clue.
they were.
No.
No.
Mm-mm. I would have been like
C-O-U-T-H, because you can't spell it either. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You fucking said the word.
I do it every time, but you know who gonna be on your ass for saying that. You already know. Now I don't know if they gonna listen to this episode, but
it's not my fault. You said the word. It's not my fault because you can't spell it either. And you said it, so I had to
spell it because of Nikki. That's exactly
why.
Bitches can't spell Prague. Yes, I can, Nikki, actually. Thank you.
Because of everybody. That's how I can spell respect and cool.
Yeah, and bananas. And independent.
This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A. Yes, this shit is bananas.
P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do
you know what that means?
See, like, just spell it. Like, see?
Music helps. That's how we learn. We gonna be fired in that fucking house. We not gonna die.
No. Enid and Isabel, I imagine they became friends like just simply because of the clothes they wear and they don't really like know anything about each other. Because when they're in the room talking about like robbing the old people, like you see Enid is just like, girl, you can't just, we said we was going for the wallet, let's just leave it there. But Isabel's like, no girl, we gotta get them goddamn antiques. Like, hello. Them old people ain't about to be here that long, girl, so they ain't about to miss none of this shit. Let's go.
I mean, she needs them. Them antiques. It's important.
Antiques. So she was just like, yeah, girl, no, you on that bullshit. I'm about to go get these antiquities. And she got he-hoed. And now, okay, so survivors, you guys know that this is a mass edited project. So in the original cut, I mentioned what he-ho was to Brittany and Jonne. And these girls both acted like they didn't know what I was talking about. Now, to be fair, they really don't know what I'm talking about because they've never experienced this as a child. So, survivors, please, somebody help me out. So, he-ho is when you have 3 people, right? So, imagine 2 people are standing up, they facing each other, is one person in between them, and they're laying down. So, one person grabs their hands, the other person grabs their legs, and they swing them like back and forth. And you go, he ho, let Ashley go. When you let me go, assuming that you're playing like by a bed or like mattresses, like something soft, you're supposed to throw the person on that. Like if you don't got something, you're not supposed to throw them. But they've never experienced this as a child. And like even now, Brittany heard me say this before. She's still looking at me like she ain't never heard this.
It's the fastest way to get a concussion. They just throw your ass into the wall. All you hear is clunk.
I mean, now see, that's what I'm saying. Like you're not supposed to do that. Now, I'm pretty sure that has happened. Like some asshole person like let somebody go. Like there's been a few times where we've played he-ho where somebody's like hand like slipped through and like now they just hanging by 3 limbs, but you got to hurry up and grab their hand. Like it sounds wild, but when you see it done, you just like, oh, like, have you ever seen people do like the human jump rope?
I'm just blinking, just in case I have a glare on my glasses and you can't see my eyes blinking. I'm literally just looking and blinking.
Like if you ever get time, like just YouTube like human jump rope or like he-ho, like and you'll see that it's not crazy as it sounds. But kids fucking loved it. I loved that as a child. But basically, this is what happens to Isabel, except like where she on her damn stomach and they got her arms up and they like ramming her shit into the wall.
One of the most important parts. We saw a nipple.
We did get a nipple. It was just there too. Like I'm surprised they didn't cut that out and edit it. I'm so I mean,
they didn't think they saw a nipple, but don't worry,
it's there.
We seen one.
It was right there. I was just like, okay, girl, nice. And so then Enid, girl, let me tell you something. I am going to give it to you because you fought, honey, and then you just out of nowhere just made a badass decision. Like, why the fuck did you stop? Like, let me tell you about Enid. Enid ran into these dolls, right? Like, she finally decided to be a good friend and go look for Isabel and ran into the dolls, had the bright idea to whip that Madonna belt off and start whooping their ass. Why did you stop? First of all, why did you go in that room? Because she opened the door and seen the dolls was right there and kept going into the room. Why did you go? Like, just shut the door and keep going somewhere else.
She didn't know the dolls were lethal. She didn't believe shit.
See, no, Enid is dumb. You seen the little toy soldiers lined up. Why would you just sit there and wait until they shot their guns at you? Nah, you already seen that the toys are alive. Why you just want to sit there and just take that shit? No, girl, I would have got the fuck.
If I just witnessed all of those different dolls and I go in this room and I see toy soldier dolls lined up, that's enough. That's all I need to see.
Oh yeah, that was afterwards. Never mind. You know what? I can't explain her actions. All I can tell you is we give her an A+ for effort. Up until the end.
You know, I'm gonna have to give her a A- damn near B+ because she was literally whooping ass.
You know, it's probably her stamina. A+. I'm gonna give her A+ for effort because first of all, it was creativity. First, she was ready with them flames. She was ready with them flames. She was like, she had that flamethrower for the ass, and when that shit was out, she was like, all right, booty tang this bitch. Took that belt off and started beating that ass. She was like, whap out. And I'm like, okay, I see you. And look, she didn't know what the fuck else to do then, because she's trying to escape. This is clearly a dead end. She didn't know where else to go. The easiest toy store just banging on drums, and everybody else was jumping at her. Mm-hmm. Just a moment of shock. She was a little tired. I mean, she has been putting in work, and unfortunately, she got shot.
It was worse than Ricky. Okay.
Actually, it was worse than set it off and killed her.
Okay, no, that's too much. Nothing is worse than that, because the way her body shook, she was doing a damn chicken head before she jumped. Like, hell.
I mean, but she looked good when she was dying. But the husband.
No, that make me think of Snoop from The Wire when she was like, "Do my hair look good?" And he was like, "You look good, girl."
I ain't seen The Wire.
Well, I just told you what happened, and it's okay. You can still.
I don't even know who Snoop is, so it's all right. You ain't tell me nothing.
That's fine. You can watch it on HBO Max, and then when you find out who it is, you can be like, "Damn, you fucking bitch." It's okay.
Day after day. I'm sorry, I had to get that song out. The little snippet. I can't sing, y'all, and I'm gonna forever apologize, because from now on, survivors, you're gonna hear my snippets of me singing. It's gonna happen.
Before we get into the dolls, we didn't really talk much about their creators, Gabriel and Hillary. They are perfect as an old creepy couple. I love them. Like, just when David is like, "What are you guys, witches?" or something, whatever he says, and Hillary is like, "Oh, you figured it out."
And Mr. Hartwick is like, "Oh no, it was the deer. He was just guessing. He just guessed it."
Right.
I was like, damn, he dismissed the fuck out your ass.
Right, exactly. It just seems like they mentioned throughout the movie, like you were saying earlier with David, like David had time to change. Like, yeah, we're witches, but we only fucking with people that got fucked up morals. Like, if you good, if you pure, you pass the vibe check. But if you're on that other shit, we sending the goons out.
Because you notice the whole movie, they was gaslighting their asses off or just minding their own business.
Literally, like, mastermind, top tier gaslighting.
And then nigga, I just spilled paint. Her riding around with the fucking doll in the baby carriage. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I mind my business. Mind the business that pays me. Fuck it. You and your baby go on about your business.
Because how much would it have hurt every single one of y'all to just stay in y'all room for the night?
Actually, I don't think that would have saved them.
Judy would have been fine. Ralph would have been fine. If Isabel and Enid wasn't on that thief and shit, they would have been fine. But they would have been trying to like be scamming.
No, they wouldn't have been fine because Isabel knocked them fucking dolls off when she put that boombox up. So either way it go, Isabel and Enid ass had been.
Well, no, it just would have been Isabel, and then Enid would have woke up and.
No, she was a casualty. It seems like they don't separate. They don't really do division well. Because if you in the room, you getting lumped up with this shit. So both of them was out. They were gonna die.
But what about how quick and witty this couple is? The next morning when they wake up, "Oh, you guys have been out for like 3 hours. We found you here, and oh, look, here's his letter."
I like how good old grandpa sat up here and threw that note into the fire real smooth, okay? And
clearly a fake, but don't worry, because you're not gonna fucking read it.
He was like, "P.S. I took the hitchhikers with me. Let me see that." Whoops. In the fire.
Man, Ralph could not wait to get about that house. He practically carried that girl.
Them motherfuckers was wilded, and Ralph was ready to go.
When he was dragging Judy, he wasn't even touching the ground. I'm like, you just literally yeeted this girl from the porch to the car.
Out of there, like dragged her by her arm out the house. Her feet were barely touching the ground. And
Teddy, that whole nice little heart, he was ready to go times like 1,000 when fucking, what is it?
What's that?
Her daddy was like, well, when her daddy was like, "See you later."
Short stuff.
What did he call? Oh yeah, short stuff.
Everybody looked like, I know the Gabriel and Hillary was like, "So you like it? See, look at that. It's got a little voice box in there, everything." Girl, they was like, "Nah, fuck this shit. Leave us here. We'll be back." That's the first of all, Ralph, low key a black parent. That is just nope. Leave that shit here. Bring your ass. Let's go. No.
Teddy get a nice place to stay.
We got tickets. We about to go to Boston.
Mama gonna be with a new nigga. It's gonna be Ralph, apparently, because Judy, a matchmaker. All's gonna be well. And guess what? The house got a new family.
With 2 kids.
And they mistreating the first of all, because I watched the whole thing.
As the credits was just going up.
I was like, fuck it, I want to see that. They got stuck. They in the fucking car yelling at the kids. I'm like, what the fuck? They yanking the motherfucker.
The little girl. I was like, what'd they do? All they did was get out the car. I
hope they kill the fuck out of you, because this is not called for. And if they killed whatever the fuck them 2 parents' name is, I don't really care about Rosemary and David. You all definitely need to die.
Oh, I do love that scene when we get that last shot of Isabel, Enid, Rosemary, and David like on the shelf as dolls, and then David and Rosemary look at each other and look back, and they like start shaking their head like, no. Oh,
they ready. You know they finna fuck somebody. You know Rosemary is about to fuck everybody up. She is about to be a fucking menace, because from now on, she's gonna enact.
Dang, I didn't even think about that. Okay, well, before we talk about that, we got to talk about these dolls, because this movie is called Dolls. We've mentioned them slightly, but we have not talked about the goddamn dolls. Like, they look so good. And I think David Allett does a good job with what he's working with, like using stop animation. It's not stop animation. I said that earlier. I was like, stop whatever. But using stop motion animation for these dolls makes it even more creepier. Because, like, okay, I love Chucky. We all love Chucky. We know, like, that's our nigga. But these dolls are a little more creepier. I don't know how to say it, because Chucky realistically moves, but it's something about the way these dolls moves. It's okay. Tales from the Hood. Everybody is afraid of those dolls. And it's the same movement as these here. And I don't know what it is, but this one is just more unsettling than...
I don't know. It's just, they kind of let it die. It's the animatronics and the fact they use real fucking dolls.
Mm-hmm.
So they took the time to like build them and give them the features that we like. Because them fucking teeth was sharp.
Yeah. And that's why I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to word this, because clearly, like, somebody at home is like, well, okay, Chucky looks realistic and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And yeah, like, obviously I gushed about it in the Child's Play 2 episode and the Bride of Chucky episode, but I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if it's because Chucky is a shit talker and that kind of lightens it a little bit, and these dolls are just like... Them
niggas was just whispering, like, that's all. Like, when they ready to fuck you up, I think it's their personality, because you kind of get what they want conveyed in, like, their movements.
Mm-hmm. Like,
because the sassy one that you like, the was it the cowboy?
It's a few of them I like. I like the cowboy and Survivors. I know y'all can't see me, but I'm gonna post a picture so y'all know what I'm talking about when y'all hear it. When they're like trying to debate like if Ralph is good, it's, I don't know which doll it is. It's some doll, the cowboy, the sailor, yeah, and then the one with like the leopard get up with like the little turban. And the cowboy turns around like, what, bitch? Bitch, what? Bitch, what? With his arm in the air, and it's so funny, but the sailor is the one, because the sailor's face frowns, and he puts his hand on his hip like, it's upsetting me and my homegirls. Like, it's, that picture is so fucking funny, and they hold it for just long enough that you get to see every single one move, and I love it. But I do agree, like, each one of them has their own little personality. They're so stinking cute. Like, the scene where, again, where they attack Ralph is perfect, because you see all of them just move, like, everybody. It's not like some of them, yeah, like, they're just like getting rattled, you know, so they look like they're moving, but the ones that are moving, like, they look so good. Even when they come at you with like the knives like this,
they're moving. They're really on your ass. They're really going. You be like, ooh, yeah, y'all are going. Them little feet is going.
But how creepy is it when they like get broken though?
Them fucking little organic bits. I loved it. It was so nice. I wanted to touch it.
Ew, no. Ew. It looked like tiny versions of the Crypt Keeper. Tiny, slimy versions of the Crypt Keeper inside.
I know. I like that little part because who the fuck did this? Was it Charles Band? The guy whose name I'm forgetting of. At first they weren't supposed to be. Oh shit! Come back here. But yeah, at first they wasn't.
Her mic failed. She good. She can't keep her shit together right now.
At first, they were not supposed to be organic. They were supposed to be hollow, but that nigga said, hey, that ain't fucking creepy enough. Then put them little exoskeletons in them bitch, and we were like...
Well, I'm glad they left that in there because the movie itself, and we might have mentioned this earlier, but the movie itself was going to be gorier. Like, I know we didn't really say this about Isabel's kill, but later when Enid finds her with her eyeballs out and it's like mimicking the movie poster, I think, no, it was Rosemary. Rosemary was supposed to have her like insides out, like on some Casey Becker shit. And they was like, no, pull it back. Nope, that's too much. But I feel like keeping that touch with the dolls, like having that little shit up inside of them, that works.
I love that little part, but yeah, I did want to touch it. Like I wanted to like pull it out. I really did. I wanted to like reach in there and like pull it out and be like, so you have little toes too. Like,
oh no, you know what it really looked like, and I'm gonna fuck some of y'all up, and y'all gonna be mad at me. If you ever ate a crawfish, the inside of them looks like the crawfish brain.
Okay.
That's yeah. Still gonna eat it though.
You ain't stopping shit.
Okay, but you know what? I do want to see a sequel from this movie. I know there was supposed to be one, and just like Nate was saying, like, yeah, like Ralph and Judy's mama did get together, and the toy makers were gonna get mailed to them as dolls. But I feel like you could still do that. Like Judy older, maybe if you want to continue it, like Judy's older and she got kids and she get the doll makers in the package and she remembers like, wait a minute, these motherfuckers I saw when I was like y'all age, like what the fuck is this about? But I want to know what's coming on with the new family. Like, is that the reason? Well, no, it wouldn't be the reason that they had to turn themselves into dolls. But I don't know. But I definitely want to see something from this. Like, I like it.
Me too. Wouldn't it be nice if they turned themselves into dolls and then sent themselves to her because they knew that she could continue the tradition? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let this go. She could continue the tradition, and so now she can start looking for the children in the hearts of all the other people. Yeah. And if not, turn them all into dolls and just keep the cycle going.
Might as well. And
this is her villain origin story.
Why you okay? See, look, I tried, and you just always got to turn somebody into a villain. That's always the thing with you.
Yeah, I mean, I just gotta call a spade a spade. I mean, not really a bad villain, but she will be labeled a villain nonetheless because she's turning people into dolls, which is technically killing them. But that's not important.
Rating.
So, Dolls has a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, 3.3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and 83% of Google users like this movie. How did y'all feel?
Overall, this movie was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know, surprising, but I definitely want to see a sequel. And with the sequel, I would like to see what happens after the fact. Like, what happened to all the people who came in after? Is Judith traumatized? Did the mama marry Ralph? Like, I just want to know. I would like to see a sequel. I'm going to give this movie 90 tickets.
Oh, girl, you keeping it high. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna play you because you've had some high scores this season, especially compared to last season. Because oh shit, but I'm a little impressed. I must say.
It must have been the lack of clowns. I'm excited, but
no, because them two clown dolls. I knew she was gonna curse me out. Now she can't curse me out now, but them two clown dolls. Like even when she said in the beginning, she was already pissed about that 2-minute scene of dolls
with the floating heads. But
So like I said, like when I seen the movie the first time, I was like, ooh, this is cool. When I seen the movie the second time, I was still like, ooh, this is cool, but I don't know. And having this conversation, talking about it, like revisiting, it did some wonders for me. So I am going to give this, and I had a fun time, but I'm just like, ooh, I don't want to, oh, here I am teetering again, being such a fucking Libra. I am going to give this 75 tickets. I just had to yell, whichever came out. It was on the, I didn't know, 75 tickets.
You know what? Because I'm always generous. Not really, not all the time. I'm going to give it 90 tickets because I enjoyed this movie. Because I'm a child at heart. And you know, almost everybody died. And so that always has to score high with me. I'm just saying, we got to keep it 100.
Thanks for writing. Before you go, take a detour into the souvenir shop.
I feel like we've done this before, but since we putting our souls in dolls, or they is in a movie, I figured like we should have dolls, but you could put like something of yours in it. I don't know what though. Like not your blood. That would be some shit. Like I feel like people would try to shut us down if we did that. But like something of yours that you could like put in the doll that like, I feel like we have, that would breed a lot of possessed dolls. Like if something happened to these people and they got these dolls with a piece of their little something, like a fingernail or something on the inside, they're gonna resurrect and shit. Okay, never mind. Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe we should go back to the drawing board.
You know what? I want music boxes like we had in the movie.
That movie box was cute because it was like the skeleton dancing with the little ballerina.
And it was so precious. And I thought that was sweet because you know what? Love doesn't end. It lasts forever, even through death. And there you go, y'all, because I do have a heart, even though I have, you know, villain origin stories every time. And I'm a succubus. I still know what love is.
Let's run these park announcements. So we're 2 out of 5. If you want to know all the other movies that we are covering this month, you can hit us up on any of our socials. That's D180 Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. If you want some exclusive content, you can hit us up on our Patreon. Next week, we are getting into 1992's Demonic Toys, which is also a full moon production. So, look like we're keeping it in the family for right now. So, survivors, we'll see you next time, and make sure y'all ain't on that bullshit when it comes to the dolls, because just like Woody said to see it, they see everything.
Bye, survivors. And guess what, y'all? I'm here. I'm like somebody who was on your couch that wouldn't leave. Just moved in.
Oh my God. I'll see you soon.